Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the shed. I'm Lonnie, and I'm ready to do some more work. I've already done a little work today. I've got a couple of personal packages going out right here and here. And then I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 box resizers going out. These are all sales I made yesterday. I did a pretty good bit of sales, pretty good bit in sales yesterday, so I decided I'm gonna go ahead and ship today, which I've been doing a lot lately, is deciding to ship today. But yeah, I ended up doing like 929 in sales on eBay in 15 sales, which is really good. So I've got my makeup and jeans already pulled and packed right here, so I don't have to endure that. And we're gonna go pull some more stuff. I sold some cheap games, cheap NES games for the most part. There's one that I think was like 20 bucks. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull these things. So Marble Madness is one of them right here. Y'all see the amounts on the screen there. And then let's see, Hollywood Squares, okay, right here. Super Mario and Duck Hunt right here. And Jurassic Park. Let's see, that's one order that had like 3 games on it right there. Tetris right here, and Monopoly. And then last one I'm pulling is, this one is actually for Christina in Hawaii, which is fitting because it's TNC Surf Design, Wood and Water Rage. So yeah, thank you very much, Christina. Always appreciate it. That one's heading to Hawaii. Let me go pack these up. Okay, I got all the stuff pulled that you've seen, not pulled, packed. You've seen so far, it's over there. Next, I'm pulling a keyboard. This is one that I picked up just this past weekend, right here. Would you sell just the keyboard?
Sure.
Okay, how much you want for it?
$3.
That sounds good to me. And yes, I listed it day before yesterday, I think, something like that, and sold it pretty quickly for $30. Bought it for $3, sold it for $30. I would have listed it for a little more, but it was missing the little feet here, not the feet, but the little kickstand things that come out and make it taller on the front. So I made it a little cheaper for a quick sale. $30 plus shipping though. Whenever I test keyboards, I use this website here, keyboardtester.com. Just plug the keyboard in, go to this website, and then as you type the letters, it will keep the ones you've hit highlighted, so you can test them all the characters if you want to do that. So I use that site a lot. I use HTML5 gamepad tester a lot. So let me get this thing packed up. I'm not going to go through the whole thing just because it's not that easy to film, but I'm using a 1095 box for this. And as you can see, it's kind of sticking out the top. It's not quite long enough. So I took another 1095 box and cut it in half. And then I'll just top this off. I'll squeeze this down onto here. It'll sit about like right there. And I'll taper up. So that's the end result of putting those together. And yeah, I did use my 3-inch tape on that seam. And then I went back across. I like to go both ways. Somebody made fun of me saying that in the last one. But I like to go both ways with the tape. Like I consider this like a lockdown and this just like a connector. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But anyway, this is a nice sturdy package. I bought like 3 motorcycle jackets quite a while back, and I sold 2 of them already. I think I want to say I paid like $10 a piece or so, and this third one was taking forever to sell. Here we go. This is it right here, JKT. And somebody messaged me last night on eBay and said, hey, would you take 30 for that jacket? And I was like, heck yeah, I will. So I sent them an offer right away. They paid right away, and it's going out. Last thing I'm packing, pulling and packing. Look at this shelf. This shelf is really getting empty, huh? That's nice. This thing isn't even listed because they took it down whenever I went to manage payments. Anyways, the last thing I'm pulling and packing is this Sony PS3 super slim with controller and a game. There is a game in there, and 2 of the cords you'll need. The charge cable and then power supply. I'm not including HDMI cable. I just didn't have an extra one. But I got $119.99 plus shipping for that. And y'all will remember when I bought that. I'll tell you what, will you knock $10 off if I buy all 3?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's 20, 40, 65, 55. Is that good?
Sure.
Okie dokie, everything's packed. And gonna eat some lunch and then get off to the post office. Back from the post office and tested this Wii out real quick. It works fine. I don't actually have enough controllers. I have this controller, but it's got one of those, it doesn't have the regular battery back on it, so I'm not going to include it. I'm just going to sell the Wii, the power, and the audio video, and probably a sensor bar too. I'll see if I can find one. I don't know what I'll get for that. But anyway, I'm going to sell that. And then yesterday I have controllers for these consoles here. I've got 2 PS2 Fats. They're in nice condition too. And I've got a OG PS1 with a CDR in it. That must be a pirated game, huh? So anyways, I ordered power supply cable, or the power cables, and the AV cables for those 3. I think I spent a total of about $18 on that, and that'll be coming in soon. I've got my watch parts, or my watch batteries on order for these 3 watches, and the watch press, still waiting on that. And I'll probably fool around with these little Bose speakers, and I need to eventually clean up and list this rainbow vacuum. So I want to show y'all this. I'm testing these Bose out real quick, and I have them connected to, this cable came with it, RCA cable. The nice thing about these Bose speakers, they have these RCA inputs. So basically you could take like a tape deck or a CD player or anything that has RCA inputs and plug it in here to test it out, which is pretty cool. Or in this case, it has RCA down to mini plug, so I could put it in the side of the Mac here. You hear all that noise? Sounds horrible.
You should go with my gut.
Actually, it doesn't sound that bad now, but here.
All right, guys, today we're going
Hear that?
to be...
Like sometimes it has like this horrible hum. If I move it around at all, I think there's a dead spot in this cable. So, hi Pam. Look at that face on Pam right now. Wifey unamused. But I did have another cable I could test it out with, and it took all the noise out. And I do already have, I would consider keeping these, but I have my own set of these speakers already. Don't really use them too much. Honestly, the sound on that iMac rivals the sound, or is maybe even a little better than the sound on these Bose, in my opinion.
Going into an abandoned storage unit. So this unit from the pictures looks pretty good. We
see, very clean.
Spent a little over $600.
And there's no funky staticky sounds or anything like that. So I'll be able to list these things. The only thing, this one is like really dirty on this grill. I might see if I could pop this grill off and clean it if I can. So I did a little bit of light prying, and I don't think I can get these grills off. This I've been unable to. You can see like there's some kind of, it's kind of gross, honestly. I guess I'm just gonna have to disclose it because I'm looking like at the bottom. I think there's probably 4 screws here, 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 and here, but it's under some type of vinyl wrap that goes all the way around the speaker, and there's no user serviceable way to get into this thing. So there's not really much I can do. Oh well, I'll just price them right. Believe it or not, I actually have cleaned this up a bit. It's just old, and I don't know, I guess if I use some Armor All or something on it, maybe I can make it look a little better. But I mean, it works. I mean, it's actually in good condition. It works really well. It sucks. So, and I've got all these attachments here. Now I did make a decision. I'm gonna sell the power head separately, and that's just to make things a little bit easier for me as far as shipping goes. I think I'm gonna sell this stuff all together. It's not going to be a ton of money. This is the model that does not go for as much money, but let's look at some other ones real quick. Yeah, so this is basically, I think, what I have here. Some tools, a hose, the main unit working. They got $259 free ship, so I'll probably do something like $200 plus shipping on top for this stuff up here, and then I'll sell the power head and stuff separately. But if you find, let me pull up another one. So I have had before this other type, like there's a Rainbow E2. Mine came with some stuff, the wheels and hose and stuff like that, and I sold it for like 300 and something for that model there. And you can see the more stuff that people add with that, the more they get for it. So there are definitely models that are worth more money. Look, here's one that sold for $450 with some stuff. Well, here's a big package here. I don't know what they got. But then there's this other model that's a newer model, SRX vacuum with Aquamate, $27.50. So here's an E series with all attachments plus Aquamate, $450 free ship. So here's mine. But anyways, yeah, just be on the lookout. Like the one I got is this is about the lowest end Rainbow you'll see out there. So if you can find a good deal on a Rainbow at a garage sale, it might be worth looking at. Kind of a pain to mess with, and they're always a little dirty, dusty, whatnot, and they're not a ton of fun to ship, but profit's there if you want to mess with it. I've got the power head plugged in right there. It works. They don't build them like they used to, do they? This thing, very high quality. There's not even like any little pieces broken off. It doesn't look that great, but it's like in great condition, really, working wise. I just got the vac listed. I'm trying to get 200 plus shipping. Look, it's shipped to Denham Springs for $16.41. That's where I live. Of course, it depends on where you live. Let's see. If we lived in Beverly Hills, 90210. I always use that because I remember it from the show. If we lived in Beverly Hills, it would be $33.89, which is not bad. I noticed a lot of people are charging like $80 to ship one of these or something. So the dimensions aren't really that bad once it gets broken down. It is 26 pounds, but I figure I could put it in like a 16-20 box. It's not really that big. So as long as I don't do the power head, that's why I'm doing the power head separately. So I'm pretty proud of the fact that I actually got that sucker listed, because that's the kind of thing that I will just put off and put off and put off, and a year from now I'd still have it. I've done it before. So let's look at a few questions. First one from Rachel D. For your eBay seller fees, they can add up super fast. Do you pay them throughout the month, or do you wait till they invoice it and send it to you? I tend to let mine add up, and it bites me in the bleep usually. Wondering your expert advice. And then she also says, P.S. I turn my Wi-Fi and data off sometimes just to play that dinosaur game. Yeah, I love that game. One time I played it for like an hour one time. So yeah, that's pretty smart. But yeah, as far as the seller fees go, before I got on managed payments, I did usually just pay them whenever the invoice hit. And then I would get like a notification on my phone. It would be like, you just paid $1,300 to eBay. I'm like, ugh. So yeah, that always hurt. So it's like, do you want one swift kick in the you-know-whats, or do you want to die 1,000 deaths of little paper cuts all month long? You know, take your pick, right? But now, on managed payments, they actually take the fees out before they send you the money on managed payments. So the only thing you really have to pay, I think maybe you have to pay promoted listing fees, maybe, I'm not sure about that. Store fees if you have any, things like that. But like the final value fees, you don't have to pay those anymore because they take them out before they even send you the money, which I actually like better. I think most people would like better. But yeah, I didn't used to pay them like daily or weekly or anything. David Griffin says, when you go to post office to mail your packages, how do you carry all of your packages in there? Can you show us a video one day? Yeah, I sure can show a video one day, but I use the, well shoot, I don't have one in here right now. Well, I do. It's got stuff in it though. I use one of my IKEA bags like that to carry the stuff in. On a day like today, the stuff that you saw earlier, that was 2 IKEA bags full, and it wasn't real heavy, so I can carry in 2 IKEA bags in one trip, no problem. So usually most days I only have to make one trip. Occasionally I might have to come back and, you know, carry a third or a third and fourth bag. But the IKEA bags, big time, recommend those. IKEA Fracta bags. Oh, I sold those speakers. I listed them cheap. I listed them for $29.99 plus shipping, and they sold because they were just grungy under that grill, and I felt like the other ones that had sold for like $40, $50. They were clean. Mine weren't clean. So, oh, the Gambit store. This is funny. Have you done that new eBay label thing where they print it off at the post office? I'm curious how that works. I have not done it, and if y'all are wondering what they're talking about, whenever you go to print your postage now on eBay, let me pull one up that's awaiting shipment. Whenever you go to print that out now, you can choose the label format, printable label or QR code, whichever one you want to do. This thing here, save it to your phone and scan it where you ship. The little post office where I ship, I don't know for sure because I haven't tried yet, but I would be shocked if I said, hey, I want to ship this package, and then I just held my phone up with a QR code. They would look at me like I'm freaking crazy. I don't think they're going to know what the heck that is. But have any of you guys tried the QR code yet? I don't want to try it because I just feel like I'm so certain they're not going to know what the heck I'm talking about. But has anybody used that yet? I don't have any reason to use it, but yeah, it's interesting. It's a good way for somebody that doesn't sell a lot and maybe doesn't have a printer. It's a good way for them to do it. Like I know when I go to UPS store, they have people all the time. They get some kind of code or something on their phone, and they hand over a box, and they hold their phone up for a return or something, and the employee at the UPS store just scans something and they walk out. So it must be something like that. But yeah, I haven't done it yet. Zach asked, what's with the lawnmower bag above your head? I thought that sold a long time ago. Talking about that, and yeah, it did sell. And after they got it, they said it didn't fit, and they opened a return, and I approved the return, and it got back, and I did the refund, and they paid for return shipping, and I did not refund their original shipping. So, and they didn't complain about it either. I just gave them back the purchase price only, and then I relisted it. So that was a return. Teeny Tiny Treasure says, I was wondering if you ever had anyone return an item 2 months after they bought it. I guess I have no choice but to accept it. Well, if you offer returns, you have to go by your return policy. And my return policy on most stuff that I offer returns on is 30 days. So I have had like a couple of times where somebody tried to get a return after 30 days, and eBay allowed me to like decline the return, and I've done that. Like after 30 days, that, in my opinion, like I'm all about like the return period and, you know, good customer service and all that. But after return period's over, it kind of turns from like a return into like an extended warranty, and I'm not going to do an extended warranty. So, and this is the part where people say, yeah, they can open up a PayPal case or dispute with their credit card or whatever. They can, but they usually don't. The two occasions that I decline returns like that, they didn't take any other kind of recourse. Now, is eBay or somebody else like that going to make them whole or do something for them? I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. But I didn't have any ill effects whenever I declined the returns. After 60 days, I wouldn't do it unless I had 60-day returns turned on. So, but yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank y'all very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.